Hey everybody, I decided to make a video on my Steam folder, or my Steam profile. Just to kind of give you an idea of what games I have on here. If you guys want to see me play any of these games, you guys can leave those in the comments below or message me or whatever the hell you guys do to figure that out. I got a pretty decent amount of games on here, and most of them, I'd say, let's say about 95% of these games work pretty well on my computer, even though I don't have like a super duper computer right now. But, yeah. I gotta sneeze as well as the cough, both dangerous things in these corona times. So yeah, we'll go through these playlists that I got right now, or not playlists, but game lists that I have. I kind of have them organized, maybe weirdly to you, but to me, I can find my stuff. Now we're gonna stick out of the favorites because I haven't updated that one in a while, and some of those I don't really play as much. So you know. Anyways, I got some 2D side scroll games. These generally are games that are going to be obviously sides like one screen, and you're going to go right or left on these ones. Starbound being the most played one that I have on here. Super fucking amazing game, but also very repetitive late game. So I kind of got bored of that one after a while, but I like to play that online with some friends, as I do with some of the other games that I have on here. This is not the biggest list. I don't generally play these kind of games that much. I got me a decent list of FPS first person shooter games. I have yet to beat the Bioshock games, but I do have three of the Bioshock games as well as the remastered games, which I would love to get into, but not yet. Black Mesa, this one's amazing. It's a remake of the original Half-Life. I've spent a decent amount of time in this one, and I will most likely make a video series just going through that, but maybe not. Who knows? Doom and Far Cry don't work too well on this. They lag out a bit. Fallout 4 works alright, but probably not going to do any videos on those ones until I upgrade my computer because they do take a lot of, they just take a lot, and my video card just does not like to push it that much. Um, Love the Fallout games, especially the older ones. Eventually I'll get Fallout 2 for one of my classic game kind of series. Um, yeah, I mean, these are pretty decent games. A lot of these are not installed either, just because I'm not playing them right now. Horror, one of my favorite genres. I love horror games, but this is kind of embarrassing compared to the amount of horror games that I've played. A lot of the ones I used to have and don't have anymore. I'd love to get the Amnesia games on here. I got this one because my daughter wanted to see me play it, and this one's kind of lame, but maybe I'll play that one. I just make a video on some of the cheesy horror games I got. Alien Isolation, outstanding game. I'll definitely at some point make a series on that, even though that is an older game, but it does not cease to fucking amuse. Dead Space I've never beat. Would love to beat that one. I played for about an hour in that, but just at the time I wasn't feeling it. This is like a mystery game. I don't know why I have that in horror because it's not really that scary of a game. It's just more of a mystery kind of crime movie, or crime game, but it's got some good horror um, aspects about it. This is by far my favorite style game. This as well as first person RPGs as well, but I will be delving a lot into these. In my Queen's Wish game, I talk about the Avernum series a lot, and I talk about Geneforge, which are these specific game series right here. And they're awesome. Just excellent games. I highly suggest you play the Avernum games. They're like $9 on Steam, sometimes cheaper. I got Baldur's Gate 2. Would like to get Baldur's Gate 1 when I got a couple extra bucks, but I just got the second one because I got pretty far in the first one, but I never beat it. And eventually I'll have to dig back into the first one before I get back into this. I'm going to make an entire playlist as well for Pillars of Eternity and Path of the Damned, which is the hardest version or hardest way to play the game. I will not play in hardcore mode, where if you die, you have to start over because I have no time for that. I got a life outside of this too. And me having to start this game over will take years. But I have absolutely wholeheartedly played a far, far greater time than 16 hours. I've spent at least 150 hours in this game, and I still didn't beat it. A lot of it was just me recalculating how to fight battles in Path of the Damned, and they take a long fucking time, and they are intensely hard. But that is a incredibly solid game. I highly suggest you spend the money on it if you are interested in getting a new top-down or isometric RPG. Amazing game. There's literally like everything you could possibly ever want in it. It's completely dialogue rich. The story is outstanding. The graphics are fucking amazing. The mechanics are amazing. It reminds me highly of or a lot about like D&D, but they redid the way the characters would be. You wouldn't. They're not the same way as what you would normally expect them to be when you're leveling and building up your characters like you would in D&D or something like that. Super good game. Highly, 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 highly suggest. This is the second game. I played a little bit of it, but I'm trying not to dig too deep into it because I want to beat the first one before I get into the second one. That's how much I like it. I don't even want to touch the second one until I'm in like really completed with the first one. And partially is because I can transfer my character from the first one into the second game and use him in the second game. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do in that one. The Geneforge games and the Avernum games, as well as the Avedon games that I have on here, are all part of Spiderweb Games that Jeff Vogel made in his basement, from what I'm hearing. And they are super sound, they are full, they are alive. The worlds exist in the game. But no, they really do a good job at kind of immersing you in these worlds. And my girlfriend can vouch. I've spent way too much time playing the Avernum games. But she has something with the way that the feet sound when they walk, as do I. It's a classic, great sound. I got some kid games in here, which I'm probably not going to do much with. Goat Simulator. I'm sure a lot of you played that on PlayStation. Drinking some coffee. My daughter loves that game. I fiddle farted around in this mountain game. I don't really know what the hell it is. Maybe at some point we'll do a little video on it. Over the shoulder games, a lot of these ones take a lot of graphics out of they just beat my computer down when I'm trying to play them. They don't play as smooth as I would want to make a video with, so I have most of them uninstalled at the moment, and when I decide to play them, or when I get an upgrade, then I'll pop them on there. But Mass Effect games are fucking awesome. I am absolutely stunned and thrilled with the idea of playing Andromeda, but it didn't work because it was too much, so I couldn't play Andromeda. Eventually I will. I've beaten Mass Effect 2 and I believe Mass Effect 1. Metal Gear Solid games I got on here are great. Would definitely want to get into Resident Evil 2. I played that one for a little bit, but it was also very taxing. And I just haven't gotten around to playing Tomb Raider that much. Tomb Raider's alright. Kind of boring. I also am a huge fan of point-and-click games. As you can see, my folder's pretty large. This is a classic old one, Beneath a Steel Sky. From what I'm hearing on, they have Beyond a Steel Sky, I think is what it's called, is the newest installation of this. It literally took like 20 years for them to actually put it out. But it looks amazing, and I'm definitely going to get that at some point. This is one of me and my girlfriend's favorites, Black Mirror. It's just like we lay down and play it and kind of walk our way through that. I definitely have a little more than 6 minutes on this. But I had it on I think, Good Old Games, and my account on there I don't use as much anymore. Broken Sword, these games are, I believe, LucasArts. Maybe, I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments. But they are just classic point-and-click games that apparently have excellent stories, and I would like to get deeper into those too at some point. But until I get there, we're going to start working our way through all these. I'm going to go through the WoD Jedi games first, and then probably these games. I'm not sure exactly who makes these ones. These ones are store page, maybe. Let's see who this is. Who this one is. Oh, Daedalic. Okay, so yeah, Daedalic also makes really good point and clicks. I feel like they look a little more cartoony and a little bit more high resolution than the WoD Jedi games, or like Metaphobia, which I'm not even sure who makes it, but it looks like an old ass fucking game. And if you want to see what I'm talking about as an old, let's see if we can find some screenshots on this real quick. like this. See how the graphics are all pixelated? It looks like an old game. Even the everything in it's just an old game. I love it. It just reminds me of being a kid at my grandpa's house playing King's Quest, which, by the way, I will also get, but I will not get for Steam. I'll get that for Good Old Games because I heard they run like shit on Steam. This is Quest for Infamy. It's kind of a spin-off of like Quest for Glory. Like you're a bad guy-ish, but you're the hero. So it's like a more funny kind of version of it. But here's Shardlight. This is what I'm working on one of my video series right now. Techno Babylon, Primordia, and there's a couple other ones that WoD Jedi, Gemini Rue, that they make that are really good. And they give off that classic effect that Metaphobia game on here has, or like King's Quest and stuff like that. Super good games. I've beaten a couple of them. I beat Shardlight. I've beaten almost, like, got to the very end of Techno Babylon, and I don't know what I did. I think I ended up uninstalling it by accident. Something. Primordia is very tough, and Gemini Rue. I've gotten far in all three of these, but I beat Shardlight, and I definitely would like to beat all of those. I got some puzzle games in here. The Cube escape games from Rusty Lake are the best fucking, just excellent, solid little puzzle games that don't take too long. 3 to 5 hours. But they're just really intuitive puzzles, and eventually you'll figure them out. They just sometimes take a long time and will leave you fucking hanging for a minute trying to figure out what to do. But they're really good. I only got one of them on here at the moment. Actually, I got two. Samsara Room is also a Rusty Lake game, too. It's like one of the newer ones, I think. But they're all basically, the concept is you're in a box room, like a square room with 4 walls, and you're just flipping around from wall to wall, figuring out little puzzles to open different drawers and stuff like that to figure out and uncover the story that you're trying to uncover. Here's Zork. This is a really old game, and I'm talking old. This is like early 90s, but it's fucking great. And at some point, I'm gonna put a like super classic series up with some of these really old games. See if maybe we can help re-spark some of the interest in some of these older games that kind of paved the way for modern games. Here's my solid RPG folder. This is. Some of these are isometric RPGs from my older folder in here, but I have some of the other ones in here. Arx Fatalis is a first-person game, very unforgiving, very tough, does not tell you anything, and it is an old game, I think from the 90s, 99, maybe early 2000s. Pretty hard, pretty good game. Eventually I'll make a video on that too, probably. These are pretty good. Dragon Age is a good one. I got Oblivion, obviously, if you guys have seen me play some Oblivion. Love that one. I got The Elder Scrolls Online, which I'm probably not going to do too much with. I got Skyrim. I will absolutely 100% make a video series playing Final Fantasy VII from start to finish, as that was one of the best games, if not my favorite game I've ever played in my entire life. Beat it when I was like 15, and it changed my life. Fucking love it. Final Fantasy IX is also one of my favorite installments in the Final Fantasy series. I got 10 and 10-2, only because I got about 14 hours in 10 when I was a kid, and I liked it, and I never beat it, so I got it again as an adult to see if I can get through that one too. I also really like the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games, and a bunch of Super Nintendo games too, which eventually, again, I'll probably put a video series up for. I have no idea what that is. I got the Witcher series. I got the first, second, and third for the Witchers. I also have Thronebreaker, which is like a Witcher top-down strategy style game. Knights of the Old Republic, excellent game if any of you are familiar with RPGs. I got software here. I'm a guitar player. I didn't use this too much. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Space. I love anything space. I fucking love space games. And as you can see on the hours played on these, I don't have that much time on them for some reason, but I do love space games. I just haven't really delved too deeply in the space games that I have at the moment. Alien Isolation, great game. Eve, I was having a lot of fun with. I put a little bit of time into that one. I might play some like online gaming with Eve, but I'm still really learning how to play that game, and I've taken a little break from that one. Very expansive game though, like huge. super awesome. Stellaris kind of reminded me of Eve. I downloaded that one before I got Eve because I was trying to find like this an overall like Civilization style space game, and that was kind of what I came up with. That one's definitely worth looking into. I'd like to get some more Star Trek games. I wasn't too big of a fan of the online Star Trek game. I don't know, it just didn't catch my interest. I do like strategy games as well. Civilization 4, 5 and 6 I have. They're fucking some of the greatest games I've ever played. A great time burner. Not even time burner, but just great if you want to get down with a friend or two and try to take over the world, you know. And there's different ways to do it. If you guys have ever seen any Civilization videos, or if you guys haven't, there are a bunch of good ones on YouTube. Just check them out if you guys are interested in them. But they are literally like 10 out of 10 games for me. I love them. I also have Civilization 3, and I used to have 2, which are really old. But 3 was what I really got started in, and I just kind of worked my way up. I definitely enjoy 6 a lot, though. Heroes 3, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is a great game. It is like the most replayable game, and probably I'm thinking the most sold, or one of the most top like 10 sold games on at least Good Old Games and probably Steam. It's just incredible. It's replayable. There's random maps. There's infinite battles. It's just great graphics. Like, it's all fantasy. It's just fucking great, man. It'll really cure any type of need for like just a good fantasy kind of strategy game. The story is just whatever, you know. I don't even care about the campaign or the story. It's just I like playing them random maps. I get a couple friends I used to play this with a lot. And it's just a classic badass game. I mean, it's stood the test of time, and people still download it and play it just as much as probably back in the day, if not more. I got this game right here. I'd like to delve a little bit back into that. I got a good friend of mine who likes to play that one. He always wants to play it, but I'm always busy whenever we're doing it. And finally, we got Survival here. I haven't done too much in Avon Colony. I'm pretty sure it's like a space colony, like I think it's called Colonize Mars or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Cryofall. I did spend a decent amount of time playing this one. This is kind of, I don't think it's a beta game, but it's like, it's not an alpha, but it's like, it's in development. It's not 100% the full game. But they do a lot of really big updates all the time. It's pretty expansive. It's pretty unforgiving. You can play in the PvP world, which I suggest over the player versus PvE, player versus environment. You know, environment's a lot, hard too. But if you play PvP, you're going to sit there and build a base and spend and invest a lot of time in that base and gathering resources and making your guy live. And then you're going to sign off the game and maybe go a couple days without playing. You'll come back on, your whole base has been looted and your dude's dead. So, I mean, it's unforgiving as fuck. But you can get part of, like, clans and guilds and stuff like that you can sit there and play with these people online. And generally speaking, I haven't had too many issues with most of the people that I play with. I've had a couple that just ran off and just killed me when I thought they weren't going to, and then they turn around and just stab my back. But that's the name of the game. Pretty cool. It's like you're in a post-apocalyptic world. Everything's getting redone and stuff. Very cool game. And I guess we might as well just hop into my favorites so you guys can see the ones that I put down as my favorites. This has not been updated in a long time, but this isn't not accurate. I mean, it's pretty accurate in terms of what I like to play. Just at the moment, I barely played any of these games except for Oblivion. I've been on a break for a lot of them, so either way, this is my Steam folder. My Steam account. These are the games that I have. I can pop them up on here for you guys to just do a quick look. If you guys want to see any of the ones on here or see me play any of these ones, you guys could leave it down in the comments. Hey Brandon, I want to see you play Dolores, a Thimbleweed mini park adventure. This one is terrible. I just played a video, actually, just breaking into this. Me and my daughter played this. She's 9. She's super cool. Loves playing games with me. We played this one not even 3 days ago, and we made a video that I was actually going to post on here. But I decided against it because for whatever reason my mic wasn't picking us up very much or very well, and we were very quiet. But also, you can't save in this game, and I don't like the idea of putting in 80 minutes of play and then not saving it. So me and my daughter sat there. She was so into it, so excited to be able to make a video with me. And I mean, essentially, I was just in the background. She was pretty much making the whole video. She watches YouTube. Try not to get her too much into YouTube, but she watches some YouTube. And have you seen him perchance? That's funny. Gabriel Knight, also another good point-and-click adventure. But anyways, we played this shit. We got all the way to the very end of the video. And by the way, in the videos that I have with my daughter, I don't swear. I do have a sailor mouth on any other video. But I'm eventually going to make a playlist for me and the kid. It'll be called, like, With the Kid or something like that, and then the name of the game. So you guys can, you know, if you guys want to watch, like, a video that's a little bit more kid-friendly, you guys can pop them bad boys on. But either way, we got on the video. We get to the very end of the video, and it's like, you can't save the game. You want to quit without saving, and there's no option anywhere to save. And I'm pretty sure in the very beginning of the game when we started, there was, like, a whole, like, hey, these are some things you need to know about this game. And I just, my daughter or me, one of us clicked through it really quick. And, we didn't end up fucking reading it. So it probably said that this game does not save. So I'm pretty sure every time you play this game, it's a different game. So I might actually delve a little bit into this game with her and see if we can like get further in it before we actually post some videos. And maybe we'll make a little Dolores or Thimbleweed Park kind of deal. But either way, these are the kind of games that I like to play. I love RPGs. I love strategy games. I love shoot 'em up games. I like gaming in general. So if you guys see any games in my list or know of any games on Steam that you guys would want to see me play, please leave that in the comments below. Give me a like if you guys like what you're seeing, and keep checking out my channel as I'm trying to post every Friday and Saturday of the week. New content for all y'alls out there, and eventually, when I feel comfortable enough, I will pop on a video and start doing video, you know, on me on the bottom right, so we can actually see me while we play. But for now, we're just going to go audio. I think this is doing the job, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And obviously, guys, if you're liking it, give it a subscription or subscribe below. You know, do all the fun stuff that you guys know that every video asks you to do. But until next time, boop, I bid you adieu. If this ever loads up here. Well, I guess it's not, but yep. Until next time. See y'all later.